Hi class, this is Megan Fessler with the final discussion board introducing my research topic. The research topic I chose was causes of the revolution, specifically the colonial opposition to Great Britain. And I chose this topic mainly because I wanted to dig deeper into the causes of the revolution. Growing up, you always hear that the revolution was caused by taxation without representation, and that famous speech. But it goes so much deeper than just that statement. And just to give a little background, in the beginning, when the colonies were created in the early 1600s, and then going on further, taxing the colonists and colonists paying Great Britain for things was completely normal because majority of them were from Great Britain. So they understood things, they knew the government, they knew the people that were in power, and it was just normal. We get fast forward to the mid 1700s, and majority of these colonies were people who weren't from Great Britain. It was generations back that were from Great Britain, and this was causing an issue. They didn't know the mother country. They didn't really know the aspects of things, and they didn't know the government, the people that were put into power supposedly by them and the other leaders of the country. And so you can see that the colonies are slowly uniting among one another during this time, that they're all like one another. They're all facing the same issues that were different from their mother country. And they were facing so many different obstacles, like the French and Indian War. This would cause, even though it caused some great problems among Great Britain and the colonies, Great Britain thought, well, how are we going to pay for the war? How are we going to pay for the well-being of these colonies? And so they decided to tax the colonies. Well, that's by what we know as the Sugar Act or the Molasses Act. It wasn't specifically passed in the 1700s, right after the 7 Years' War. It was renewed and enforced, and this caused problems because colonists used molasses for distilling alcohol, and that was their main drink of the time. You had the Stamp Act that put a tax on any on paper that you have the official seal of Great Britain. You had your Tea Act that taxed tea that was coming in and out of the colonies, and colonists loved their tea. They drank it all the time. So then you have the Sons of Liberty decided to come up and create the Boston Tea Party, where they dump all the tea into the harbor. And slowly but surely, throughout all these taxes being passed, you can see that the colonists are uniting together and becoming one nation. And it wasn't the causes of the revolution. It wasn't just about taxes. It was about the colonists, that the mother country didn't know what they were going through. They didn't know the problems that they faced because it was different than what the mother country was facing. And the government, how could they know what was going on in the colonies if they weren't there? And I've really enjoyed researching this topic, and I'm still tweaking my essay, my paper, my research paper, and still, digging deeper into things and finding the causes and everything. And, it's just really great to see that the colonies they weren't fighting for taxation without representation. They were fighting for a united front. They were fighting for themselves and the colonies and what they were going through. And they're fighting for freedom, and it's just awesome to see that. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed.